The evidence for the Creator is everything in this whole universe. Everything in this whole universe is evidence of a Creator.
We know the origins of mankind now.
Do we know the origins of mankind? Yeah. What are the origins of mankind?
We've evolved from the creatures of the common ancestor with the chimpanzee, the gorilla, the orangutan, old world.
You said we know the origins.
Yes.
What's the origin? You're telling me about development. What's the origin?
The origin is about how long has life been on this earth? About 3 billion years.
What's the origin?
Amoeba.
Were you around 3.4 billion years ago? No.
Don't put a camera in my face, please.
How do you know the origin?
Because we've got the scientists know now where we came from.
Scientists don't agree on that.
It's this sort of belief, this primitive belief from the Stone Age.
People who disbelieve in God, they don't think about the smallest things. They don't think
exactly that we do think about the smallest things.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question since you believe you think. Where do you think this information came from?
Where that came from, I believe that was invented by the Arabs, who recognised the power that religion has over people.
Sure.
As therefore, before that, the Romans recognised it.
Fantastic. Thank you for your answer.
Religion.
Thank you for your answer. So you believe the origin of this information is the Arabs? Fine.
Well, no. The Arabs wrote that book, but they derived it from the Bible, because you've got some of the same stories in the Bible.
So it comes from human beings?
Yes, human beings.
So if you believe this information comes from human beings, I want to ask you a question. Every single cell in the human body, and there are trillions of cells, has more information than all of the books in the British Library in King's Cross. So if this information has come from human beings, from intelligence, where has the information in the human eye, in the human body?
It's evolved.
You don't know.
Wait. Let's use your logic.
You don't know.
I just showed you some information, and you said this comes from human beings, which are intelligent. And I asked you the same question about one cell, and you say, I don't know.
You don't know, that's the answer.
No, the answer is, sir, you do know, you don't want to admit it.
No, that's not the answer.
It's the same answer which you gave before. Intelligence gives rise to information, like you just proved to me before I asked you the question. And now when I ask you about the human cell, you say, I don't know. Why don't you be consistent? So the whole problem with people, well, you're clearly not a scientist either. The whole problem, or an intelligent person, at least be consistent. At least be consistent. The main basic thing human beings, the basic thing that human beings can all agree about is that behind complexity, behind information, behind design, there is a Creator. Just think of something. Just think of something. Look at how stupid those people are. Look at how dumb those people are. Look at how retarded those people are. The ones who say there's no God. I challenge anyone here who believes there's not a God to answer one question. And if they can answer this one question, I'm going to get off this ladder and I'm going to walk straight home. Who's up for that challenge?
I am.
Raise your hand who's up for that challenge. Right.
He's going to say, where did it all start?
Right.
We don't know. That proves God.
Right. My challenge was this. If you can answer this question, then you have the right to tell me to go home, and I will go home.
No, you said you were going home.
I'll go home. Whatever you want.
Up the tension.
Whatever you want. Firstly, do you believe there's no God?
Hang on, was that the question you were going to ask?
I'm only dealing with atheists here because I think they're retarded and stupid and dumb.
Almost certainly is no God.
Is there no God?
I accepted your challenge. I accepted your challenge.
So, let me ask you the question.
I accepted your challenge.
Let me ask you the question. And I'm willing to go home.
You're not dealing with me.
Get on with it then. Get on with it.
Okay. No, I'm dealing with him now. You're too slow. So.
Are you dealing with me or him?
With him. You're too slow. I told you that already.
But I already asked. I already accepted. He never accepted the challenge. I did.
Listen to this.
He doesn't want to deal with me. He doesn't want to deal with me.
If there is no God, and we are the product of a blind mechanical force,
which we are,
with no purpose in mind,
absolutely no
with
purpose.
no end in goal,
no end,
then what reason do you have to trust your mind that gave you that judgment?
Exactly.
Because it's based on science, right? And science is based on evidence. You haven't got one scrap of evidence that there's an invisible spirit controlling anything. Your argument falls apart with a few simple questions. Tell me what God is, not what God does, what God is. Tell me. Well, he's the one saying God.
Have you answered my question? Do you want more time?
Yeah. No. Science is the answer.
So what's the answer?
It's a simple question.
As far as we know, we've evolved through natural causes. Okay. Over billions of years.
Let me repeat the question.
Laughing.
Let me repeat the question. Let me repeat the question. If there is no God, then what reason do you have to trust your mind to make judgments which are correct? Because your mind is a product of a blind mechanical force which has no end in sight. Sir, you didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question.
Sorry, somebody was telling me to shut up. So.